Hello guys, how you doing? Well, we're going to talk about Warlords 4 experience for Warlords 4 tournament, a $70,000 tournament that just finished. You know, one of the biggest projects, if not the biggest project by me and my team. Not the biggest prize pool, but you know, it's not about the money, I believe. It was a very long and big process to create this tournament, you know. We have many formats that we were considering to do it, you know, and there's always many feedback. And well, we always try to go to the next level, try to improve, right? And we want also to give to the viewers, obviously, the more fresh event, and the players the more chances to get into the event, to qualify it, you know. That's why we are going to talk first about the qualifiers, right? I think we did the best qualifiers that I remember, you know. Crazy qualifiers. All this came because we did a map contest. We got, if I'm not remember wrong, 103 maps. Insane. Really, really insane maps. I don't even need to show you here. Maybe you're gonna get bored to see my face. Maybe I will show something in the screen, but I just prepare some points here that I'm checking in the monitor, not gonna lie, because it's many things. And yeah, some people has helped me to don't forget all this stuff, you know. And then it became with 7 new maps, you know, like who is not gonna remember Brookside Battleground? Most of the times was the first map, right? Who is going to forget this Kukutsa, right? Or Immersion, amazing map. Vasmo, one that it was, I expected more about the map, but it was also nice. But Stone Rush and Shorelines, and I believe that I forget. Which one I forget? I have said the open, the semi-open, the close, the water, well, the nomad, the re-nomad, that it was also very cool. You know, many maps, and thanks so much to the creators. It was insane, and it was great, with, for me, Rainbow and Crasini to pick the maps. Then, with these 7 maps, that is so hard, because also Crasini got a big job there to polish them, to make them better, you know. We also adapted many times. We make a lot of updates, you know, because it's true, like, it's difficult, you know. I remember that, I don't know who it was, I think, I don't remember who was, but I hear that the players shouldn't have to test those. They don't have the responsibility to test, I agree, but is in their benefit if they do, because always the pro players see more stuff when they are testing the maps that we do, right? Small details that maybe we miss, we think that they are great, you know, so it's for the greatest that they test. And still, I think the maps overall for 7 new brand maps is what's great. And the result that it was great is that it was the most picked maps in the tournament. Amazing. Then remember that we got 3 qualifiers for the first time ever. What is bringing the 3 qualifiers? Well, more chances to the players, you know. With 2 qualifiers, Doubt wouldn't qualified, right? Sorry, Doubt, but you know. But now seriously, I don't want to joke a lot or troll, because this is a very important video for me, and yeah. I think 3 qualifiers were fantastic. It was super hype. It was almost like being in the main event, and players got a lot of chances. Really a lot of chances. And we did, for the first time, that we did random draw in all the qualifiers, so you don't have to face the same players, you know, during those qualification stage. I think that was one of the best decisions we did in this tournament, you know, those random throw for the qualifiers, so you don't face the same opponents. And there were crazy matches, really a lot of matches, but I'm not gonna recap here many of them, but I will always remember the Margugu Doomster. If you didn't watch it, in Kukutsa, I think they reached 35 minutes in Feudal Age. They were doing malicious during the whole game. I think I remember that I saw 21 at the same time. You know, I don't know, pretty crazy, you know, many crazy games, which I love it, you know. Then when we go into the main event, because I don't want to make a super long video, you know, I think the main event, the group stage with 4 groups, 4 players, was great. You know, there was many great games, many great series, great performance. You know, Val's almost beating Hera. Hera was in the Subaton, and probably he wasn't super prepared, but almost beat him. Then Group B was super close. You know, it's about opinions, you know, but for me, even if I love Jordan, that with one win, he could be first, and with one loss was the last. It seems brutal. It's brutal. And then some people might think that, oh, then it's because something is wrong. For me, it's the opposite, you know. I love that that can happen, you know. I mean, I can understand that it's heartbreaking and also very, and I don't know, it's super hard to accept. But that only means that the group was so close, you know. If I'm not mistaken, Jordan won 3-2 to Tatot. I'm talking by memory, you know. And then there was their NBL, and who else was the opponent there? And Hart, you know. Then Hart won to Jordan, I believe. But NBL won to Hart. Then Tatot won to Hart and to NBL, so he was first of the group. But if Jordan win to NBL, it will be first because he won also to Tatot. Since he lost, then he was last because he was in a draw with Hart, and Hart was the third. You know? Then, if we go into the tiebreakers drama, if we did the tiebreakers that people was telling that first count the maps instead of the head-to-head, then Hart, with one game won less than Jordan, will be last. But then he won 3-1 to Jordan. Why one is better than the other? It's just a different system. One benefit one player, one benefit another. Every system has the pros and cons. And in every system, with different system, some of the results will be to one part, some of the results will go to another. Is better? Is worse? No, it's different. You know, this system has been used, the one that we use it in the Euro Cup and in many other sport and so on, since 1996. And it works just fine, you know. Sometimes it creates situations that affect one player to affect another, depending on the result. Telling that the games didn't count, the games count, but in triple draw, you know. And it was important to don't lose 3-0. It's always better to win 3-1, 3-2, you know. But we decide that if you are a draw, like it happened, for example, in Group B, as simple as that, and one player won to the other, the player who won has the advantage because in the face-to-face, they won it, you know. Obviously, there was some situations, you know, that create the controversy. And this is come in our fault for sure. Why it come in our fault? Because, yes, because we never thought that this will happen, you know. We never thought that people will look into the path of the brackets and they will decide to choose one path or another. I honestly didn't think about it. I come from the Bublis era, as you know, that we will never think that anyone will just not play their best or play for losing. If that's the case, I mean, I cannot guarantee that Cito played for losing 100% because, I mean, you guess, you know, but how do you prove that, right? I mean, I have seen stuff in socials, and I mentioned him because I don't like to say name because it was too obvious, and it's a problem that I cannot avoid, you know. I have to say that I'm disappointed with that situation. I'm disappointed on him. I'm sorry to say, Cito, you know, but honestly, nobody has mentioned it, but I have to do it. I think here, one of the biggest disrespect is that you don't play for the win, and then you are not respecting the viewers, you are not respecting the tournament, the host, and the most that you are not respecting is your own teammate. That is called Mihai, because only for not facing him and not eliminate your own opponent, in my opinion, he should have won 100% to avoid him, and then make the TAG have 2 chances to advance to the next round. Nobody has mentioned that. And for me, that was the biggest offense here. You know, if someone has to be offended because it's like, I will just lose, it's fine because I can win my own teammate. I don't think that that Mihai felt very good about that. But we could have definitely avoid this. Yes, and we thought about doing that because we wanted to make a full draw for the brackets. But there is 2 big problems that also people didn't take in consideration, you know. And is, first, the players want to know when they are going to play as soon as possible. For the brackets, for the playoffs, they were telling to my admins days that they will prefer to play. If they don't know who they are going to face, how you can prepare anything? You can't. And if you make completely draw, how the players prepare the tournament? How they gonna be practicing if you can then, by the lucky of the lottery, to face the guy that you are practicing? Also, nobody think about those situations. There's many things to take in consideration. Sadly, it's not that easy. It's really not that easy. And it's so hot, guys. Okay. Yeah, and then, well, with those is really complicated. Also, for example, some people compare the Doubt situation. Well, I will be very fast. Doubt was playing for winning, and then when he lost one game, he was trying 100% to win. He just contacted my admins, and we were live, and so on. Obviously, it was better that he played. Well, we got more content and so on. It's not about the content. I knew that Doubt will be heartbreaker there in that moment because he wanted to qualify so much. And then since he has no chances, didn't change anything for them. He asked it, you know, with all the respect to the admins, and, well, we let him definitely to forfeit. He got the admin loss, and because he didn't change anything. So you can't compare situations at all, you know. And then, well, that's it, because there was 2 other situations that NBL didn't play for anything, and then he played for the win, because this is what we thought in the start, that a competitor will always want to win, you know. And yeah, then for the future, definitely this is not going to happen anymore. That I can guarantee you that it won't happen anymore, because we will change part of the format, or we will make the random draw. Then people will have to wait till the last minute to know when they're going to play. It's ups and downs, you know. But about the format itself, I think it's the best for the players, this format, you know, in the sense that for the first time in a group stage, 3 players qualified to the playoffs. Only 1 is out. What we are trying with the system is to give the players the most chances possible. Really, that's what we want. Then that's it. Then we can analyze the playoff. The playoffs were fantastic. We didn't get a single sweep, not a single 4-0, many 4-3. Crazy series, especially Mr. Yo versus Leary, 3-1 down to come back. Then versus the Viper as well, 2-0 down. Then he went 3-2 ahead, 3-3, 4-3. Spoiler alert. So many crazy series, really. I think Hera got big problems against Winchester and Tatot. Not that he was going to be close to be eliminated, but it was close series. Probably some of the closest series that I remember. And Tatot also has chances to win in that Kukusta game. I'm not going to forget. Yeah, I want to obviously here shout out to Bals. I think he did an amazing performance, but well, the level is super high, and the playoffs were really good. You know, like really good. I'm very happy with the playoffs. Don't know how you have felt, but I think the level was great. You know, but a close series. Then my final thought of the event. Honestly, I think the event has been great, and all the things that we could, or I could control, I think I control the best possible, you know? The best possible, you know? As I said, and I don't want to, probably I should pay more attention, I don't know, but yeah, I mean, that situation that happened with the tiebreaker, and especially with those cities, it was make me feel sad a little bit, you know, but overall, I have to be happy with the tournament. I think the production quality we provided, the tournament, how it was, everything, I think was, I wouldn't say close to perfect, but almost, you know. very good. You know, the viewer number is really good. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest as always. You know, in the sense that when you don't have the Viper in the last weekend, it always dropped the viewership. Is a fact. And only in the grand final drop it with the previous edition. The semifinals, because they were great, even without the Viper, it got a lot more viewers than Warlords 3 semifinal, for example. I don't think that we had more viewers during the grand final, because the grand final in Warlords 3 was the Viper versus Hera, and also a close series. This one during the final, well, is what it was, you know. The first game, if Mr. Yo was winning, it would be probably different final, and then we get more viewers. But that's something that really doesn't worry me too much, you know. Overall, I'm happy with the tournament. Yes, I would love that it's perfect. Yes, but that's never happened. I hope you understand my points here. I'm sure that I am forgetting a lot of things, but to finish, I want to thanks to you guys for watching, for tuning in. Hopefully you have enjoyed. I think it was a great tournament. Really, really great. Maybe I dedicate too much time to one thing that it was minor, but you know, it's affect us, because if a random viewer say one thing, that's fine. But if someone important say some things, it obviously matters for us. You know, that's why it's, you know, it's good to say in the best way possible, and thinking that we also get affected. You know, that being said, thank you guys to the viewers. Thank you to the sponsors, my admins that are amazing, you know, amazing. They are amazing, you know. Obviously to Akame, the graphic guy, Vodka, that was amazing. And what else? Well, I don't know what else to say. That hopefully you have enjoyed. And as I said, if we recover the energy and we have the opportunity and the support, we will do more events, and we will be sure that, or we'll try that there's not a single issue. We always try that, but it's almost impossible. Really, really complicated. Thank you guys for watching. And if you like it, thumb up, subscribe, leave a commentary, and, well, questions, I will answer whatever you know. But below the stream, let me know, and I will interact with you. Thank you guys for watching. Take care.